Good morning, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is where you are. Welcome to Dave's Song Today. We're going to do something a little different today. If you're okay with it, if you don't like it, let me know in the comments, and we won't do any more videos of a more instructional nature rather than just play a song. So today we're going to talk about alternate tunings on the guitar and how they fit together, the basic alternate tunings. We're going to talk about standard tuning, drop D, double drop D, DADGAD, open D, and open G. Now there are countless tunings, and you can invent a new one every day if you're so inclined. So this is not by any means extensive or inclusive of every tuning. But I find as a songwriter, sometimes if you put your guitar in a different tuning that you're not accomplished in or used to, you will come up with new ideas, creative ideas. Also, sometimes pick up a new instrument. That's why sometimes I write on the ukulele or the mandolin. Someday maybe the keyboard. I'll learn enough. So we're going to start off with standard tuning. Standard tuning. Now, the way I notate these is that, oh, the light just kicked on. Interesting. Standard tuning is, this is the lowest string. So in other words, the sixth string is the lowest sounding string. E, A, D, G, B. And that's standard tuning on the guitar. And that's your chord shapes, C, G, your standard chord shapes that most of you probably already know. So the easiest new tuning to learn is drop D, and I left my markers off camera. So if your guitar is not already tuned, tune it up. And we're going to take the low E string and we're going to tune it down to D. And you will go back through my videos if you find Love is a Two-Car Garage, if you find the song that really taught me drop D tuning, which is Living in the Country by Pete Seeger. It's an instrumental, which I did earlier. Just search on the name, Dave's Song Today, and the name of the song, and it will come up on YouTube. So let's look at drop D on the guitar. I always caution you to play every string as you tune, detune, or uptune, so that you don't accidentally tune the wrong string. So I do octave. If you have a chromatic tuner, you can use that. So this is the fourth string, open D. Hear that? And we're not going to go into everything. We don't. This will be a very long video if we did. You'd never cover everything. But this is nice because you can do this open note, bass, and then another thing I do, which I'll release around Christmas, is I do Silent Night in the key of G, but I use a drop D tuning, so I can do an arpeggio. So that's an interesting way to use drop D tuning in the key of G. It's experiment with that. Another alternative way of drop D is to capo the second fret and leave the sixth string open in standard tuning, and it will create a faux drop D tuning. But when you finger the chords, they'll be regular fingering. And you go back through my videos, Love on the Line. I used that trick. Alright, so that's a drop D. Now double drop D, as it implies, you take the other E string, and you also tune that one down to D, and now you have DADGAD. DADGAD. You have DADGBD. DADGBD. So now, like song If I Had a Home, which we released a week and a half ago. So now you can play a D chord with just 2 fingers. If you go back and watch my video, you'll see I do this. So I hammer on this. Now I have 3 Ds. Actually 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of my 6 strings are D, so it's really, really heavy D. Then I go to E minor with a D bass. So I got D, 3 Ds, and then I hammer on a 4th D, but I've changed this to a B note. A suspended A chord, and then back to the D. So that's how I wrote If I Had a Home. So the next thing we do, each one of these tunings you could spend weeks and months and years working with and coming up with ideas, is you've heard of DADGAD. That's because we take the B string now and we tune that down. Always down. We don't want to break any strings here or snap any eyeballs. See why it's called DADGAD? DADGAD became very popular in the early British folk rock movement, and I'll have to recall the name of the gentleman that first is credited with using it. It's mentioned in Richard Thompson's B-Swing book. So let's do it. DADGAD. DADGAD's a lovely tuning. I don't use it much for songwriting, but I love to play with it sometimes. I haven't used it much lately. So I'm going to change my B, 2nd string, down to A. So I use octaves again. So now I just need 1 finger to make a D chord. So I'm really not that familiar with DADGAD. I've played with it now and then over there, and I've learned pieces off a tab on DADGAD. It's cool. It has some nice jazzy sounds too, because you have that half step, not a half step, but you're going from G to A, so it's a whole step. One thing I neglected to mention, that when you have the bottom 3 strings D, A, D, that's like a power chord. In other words, no 3rd, just root and 5th. And you can tune it down even further and get into some of your electric styles, your heavy metal styles, and you would just bar. And you'll hear that done a lot in rock and roll these days, and going back even to the 80s. And big in grunge era also. So I digress. We have, if we look at it, we almost have a D chord. D-A-D-G-A-D. A D chord consists of 3 notes, a D major chord, D, F sharp, and A. F sharp is the 3rd. So what do? Where do we see that's near F sharp? G. So all we have to do is tune our G now down 1/2 step, and we will have an open D. Check it out. Oops, I turned the wrong one. That's why everybody's. That's my advice. Always pick the string as you tune so you don't tune the wrong one. You'll find as you retune, sometimes the other strings will move a little bit. This is my D18, by the way, which is about to celebrate its 50th birthday. So now I have an open D tuning. Make your E chord shape and you have a nice suspended. Go flat. And this lends itself to slide playing because I can use a bar or a slide and I can get a complete chord slid up at once. What if the key of D is not working for me? Of course I could capo up to E, E flat, F, or I could go to a G tuning. Now what do I need to get to a G tuning? Oh, I didn't change this. So this G becomes an F sharp. Well, clearly I don't want an F sharp in a G chord, unless I want to make a G major 7th chord. So I'm going to change my F sharp. This is open D right now, not standard. This is open D tuning. Sorry, I forgot to change the titles. And to go back to open G, now what do we have to change? Well, we don't want an A in a G chord. We don't want an F sharp in a G chord. But we do want D. D is a good solid note. It's the 5th. G, B, and D. So, do I want to tune up? Well, yeah, because I was at B originally. So let me tune the A string back up where it originally was to B. The G string back to G instead of F sharp. And then I'll just have one more note to deal with. So let's take step 1 is take A and tune it up to B. This is for G tuning. Step 2 is to take F sharp, tune it up to G. And then we could tune the 5th string up to B, which they often do in dobro and other styles, steel guitar. But I'm going to tune it down to G because I don't want to mess up my Martin. I don't want to put extra stress on my Martin's neck. So that's my open G tuning. DGAD doesn't spell nice as DADGAD, does it? I need a vowel. Okay, so first step, let's do it. We're going to turn the F sharp. Well, let's do the A to a. Get this off my finger. I'm going to change the A to a B. Check on the 5th fret. No, 5th fret. 3rd fret. F sharp to G. Right? It's all a G chord except for the A. Now you can play with that. That could be a new tuning for you. But let's just make it easy and tune the A down to G. And now I have a different open tuning. The trick with the open G compared to the open D is that your root, your bass, is on the 5th string now, not the 6th string. So you're going to emphasize the 5th string. very pretty tuning. And if you need the low bass, you got it. It's real nice. Open tunings are nice for harmonics. Really nice stuff you can do with harmonics in open tunings. I could do a lesson on harmonics if there's a demand for it. And also, again, the slide works with the key of G. So have some fun, play with it. If you're new to the guitar, it's okay. You know, mess with it. See what you can learn by just trying different tunings. Now, of course, the challenge is to get back to standard tuning. We know that we've tuned both our first and our sixth string down to D, so we're going to go back up to E. This is where I back off. You should probably wear safety goggles. Children, wear safety goggles if you do this. And then only one I have this fifth string is tuned down to G. I got to go back up to A. I should be pretty close to. Oh, close to standard tuning, which I can use my tuner to get. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you don't mind that I've ventured from the Song a Day theme to a little instructional video. We're up to 170 subscribers as of today, which is Saturday, June 5th. We're going to unveil the Mexican Rabbi when we get to 200. I think we're going to make it. Have a good day. If you're new, please subscribe. And this is a long video, so if you're still here, you've hung in with me for a long time, and I really appreciate it. And I enjoy teaching the little bit I know on the guitar. I'm not an expert in open tunings, but I think what I bring to it is the connection between the tunings, how to go from one to the other, and how they're all related. So just comment below or on Facebook, and I will definitely take your kind of input into account for our future videos. And tomorrow we're probably going to do a song on the spot. So tune in. Bye-bye.